And now for your TNA Impact Wrestling review presented to you by Karma, your TNA guy.
Alright, people, welcome back to another review. Ooh, my stomach hurts. So let's do this real quick, okay? Show starts up with Brandi Rhodes coming out. I have never looked at a black girl like this before. Yeah, I'm sorry. Brandi Rhodes is like, she's clean, you know what I mean? Clean, classy. The way she walks, I love how she dresses and how she talks. That's definitely my kind of black girl, you know? For people who think I'm only into other races and not black girl, yes, I am into black girl, but you gotta be like, you know, Brandi Rhodes, clean, good behavior, you know, you gotta walk the walk. But anyways, so she comes out, she first talks about her marriage and sort of puts Cody over and says that he's a fighter, he's a tough guy, and it's not the last that Impact has seen of him. He will be back. Of course he will, because he's now busy on the indies. I don't know when he's officially going to start with Ring of Honor, but he will be back, I'm pretty sure. So while she was going to continue talking, Maria comes out with Sienna, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing about Sienna. That is one badass bitch. That's my girl right there. Okay, I mean, she's from Boston, so she's a tough girl, and she's an MMA, and she does MMA. Okay, that's one badass bitch. That's my girl right there. Maria tells Brandi she's all alone with Cody not being around and asks her if she's gonna go home to take care of him or stay here and swim with the sharks. She continues saying she opens doors, she gives opportunities, but also shuts them down in people's faces, just like Allie. And of course we have the crowd chanting Allie, 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 Allie. Yeah, sorry about that. I have to be a bit entertaining, you know, because I don't want to be one of those boring reviewers where it's gonna... So that happens. He came out. He took the splash. The ref counted 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? You gotta amp it up. You gotta be entertaining, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm doing. So please, excuse me when I'm acting all silly and goofy and whatever the fuck. But Maria asks Brandi to join her ladies squad, and also wants to help her to find out who she truly is. Brandi tells Maria she can make her own decisions, she's her own woman, and she is a Rhodes, the Rhodes. Then she tells her the meanings of the Rhodes, and then she also tells her that she does not want Maria's help at all. And then Maria asks her if she's sure about that, and then my girl Sienna gets into Brandi her face, and of course, as tough as Brandi is herself, starts to fight with Sienna. Turns around, looks at Maria, confronts her, then Sienna attacks her, and then does the AK-47, her finisher, to Brandi, and lays her down on the mat. And that's how that segment ended, and I'm pretty sure Sienna is going to be actually technically her first opponent, because the one where she teamed up with Cody doesn't really count. To face Maria doesn't really count. They did wrestle, but they didn't really wrestle, you know what I mean? So Sienna is probably going to be her next opponent, which will be interesting. And by the way, Brandi did really good at the microphone. She was really calm, like the way she talks, and I'm pretty sure if she had to go be aggressive on the microphone, she would be able to do that as well. So good, all good. And then we had sort of a highlight of Eddie Edwards, almost like a backstory. They have been showing this throughout the whole show, you know what I mean? I don't know what the deal with that was, but if you're going to show a backstory of Eddie Edwards, of course this one was the one from TNA, but if you really want to show a backstory of Eddie Edwards, then it would have to be the one where he is in Ring of Honor, but of course TNA would need a license for that. And then we had the Impact Grand Championship, our first match, Jesse Goddard versus Aaron Rex. The first round went to Jesse Goddard, obviously, because he literally dominated, he literally had the whole upper hand. Second round, Aaron Rex was a bit offensive, but Jesse Goddard still was even more offensive, did more damage, was a lot aggressor. And then the third round, Same shit that happened the other time where Aaron Rex punched him, sort of knocked him out. It got the 3 count, and Josh Matthews kept bringing up this thing where it may be so that Aaron Rex covered his ring with the tape. And I don't know why Josh Matthews would do that, because to me, in a way, that's you spoiling it. You know, why would you keep bringing that up and saying stuff like he has rings in there uncovered with the tape, he has found a way to win the matches? That's like a spoiler. Don't do that. Why do you do that? Leave that for us fans to figure out and to notice. That's how we learn. You know, it's almost like when you see these comic movies, you have to find these Easter eggs yourself, you know, these clues. Leave it for us. So to me, he kind of ruined it with, you know, him constantly bringing up this whole ring thing, you know what I mean, but whatever. But Aaron Rex got the win, and you could definitely tell that they're slowly turning Aaron Rex more into the heel direction, and I honestly prefer him as a heel because he's a lot better and a lot aggressive when he's a heel. And after that we had Team X Gold. Andrew Everett, Trevor Lee, Marshe Rocket, I finally have this guy's name right, Rockstar Spot, Crazy Steve, Abyss, DJC Mandrews, and Braxton Sutter. Yeah, and when you have like 9 guys in the ring, it's kind of hard to follow these matches because a lot happens at the same time, you know what I mean? But DJC did a move where I think he was holding Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett. He held them, and then he did like a front flip with his feet landing on the ropes, and then get back and did an arm drag to both of them. I thought that was really fucking awesome. Crazy Steve and Abyss got ejected because I think they weren't listening to the referee. They were kind of bending the rules, so he ejected them, leaving Rockstar Spot alone. I don't know what the fucking deal was with the other team being outside the entire time. But Braxton Sutter did the flatliner to Rockstar Spot, and they got the win. And just like I was saying, now all 3 teams face each other because, you know, they don't have a lot of cruiserweights, so you won't really see new guys, new teams each week. And this is what I was talking about. So the next time they will probably wrestle again, they'll probably either have a rematch with the team of Andrew Everett or Rockstar Spot, you know. But I have an idea. I came up with an idea or a consideration on how TNA could make this thing a bit more interesting, a bit more entertaining, and a bit more opportuning, and that is by, and I think I brought this up before, but this is how they could do this. They could, should they be able to find a way to have wrestlers from other companies form a team of 3 and have them compete in this Team X Gold thing. I think that would be really great. Not only does this let the wrestlers from other companies be on mainstream wrestling, but at the same time, in a way, this kind of makes TNA be in partnership with those organizations, because TNA is almost like the kid with no friends right now, if you know what I mean, you know. So that would be how I would do this. So Team X Gold thing, I think I brought this up before, that if they would that it would be a good idea as well to make it a pay-per-view. You know, just have cruiserweights be in this pay-per-view. No knockouts, no other guys, no other champions. Just a one-night only Team X Gold pay-per-view with just knockouts, but inviting other wrestlers from other companies as well. Just like a one-night only thing. You know, I think that would be really, really good. I know it doesn't make sense, but it's just an idea. I know it's just a thought. So. But it was all good. It was an okay match. And after that we have a Hardy's segment and DCC, which to me was the highlight of the show. Obviously, almost every segment that involves the Hardys is good, especially with the characters they have now. So Matt Hardy calls out DCC. Obviously, of course, DCC. The lights go out, you have this whole intro thing with the clock, and Matt Hardy with his usual catchphrase, DCC, I knew you'd come. You know what would be fucking hilarious? If you have like a girl that watches TNA, and let's say you would have sex with her, and you're like one of those 1 minute men you know, you come real quick in just 2 minutes, and then she would hit you with that "I knew you'd come." That would be fucking hilarious. But anyway, so they start brawling right away. This was barely a wrestling match, you could say. They did wrestle, but just for a little bit. They were brawling the entire time that the ref even had to stop the match. They brawled all the way in the back, with Matt Hardy fighting one guy, Jeff Hardy fighting the other, and the third guy was still in the ring. He was shoved the referee or did something to him, I don't know, but all two guys were fighting the two other guys. You even had Jeff Hardy. There was a part where Jeff Hardy got his ass handed to him, but then Matt Hardy like took the Lake of Resurrection, threw the water on him, and then Jeff Hardy came back as the Antichrist, that one character, the Antichrist character with the belt, with his belt and the cigarette. That was fucking awesome. And I also liked the part where Matt had one of the guys in the trash and kept on hitting him. Delete, delete, delete. This is so fucking hilarious, like seriously. But the most hilarious part was where McKinsey was about to interview Grado, and then you had Jeff Hardy and one of the other guys fight right next to them, but you had Grado like, Brother Nero, can I take a selfie? And then Jeff Hardy took like the selfie. That was fucking hilarious. That was comedy gold, you know. And then Matt Hardy was fighting another one on one of those things you see in the warehouse. I don't know what the fuck that is called in English, that machine that lifts up the heavy stuff and such, but they were fighting on it, and one of the DCC guys kind of kicked Matt Hardy and he fell down. They made it seem like he fell down really hard, and Jeff Hardy came running to him asking him if he's okay, and Matt Hardy was like, of course I am, but who are you? And I'm going to tell you that right now, this is the first tease of Matt Hardy going back to his normal self. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that is what it was, you know. But this is really interesting to see how it all goes down next week. After that, we had a EC3 and Eli Drake segment. I'm going to keep this one really short. EC3 calls out Eli Drake. Eli Drake comes out. Eli Drake tells EC3 he had to ride the elevator while Eli Drake got to sit in the sewer and had to climb up just to get Miles still below him. But it's EC3 that is not in Eli Drake's league. Then EC3 starts talking about the things he earned, how he earned that, how he earned this, with the undefeated streak he had, which by the way is still a fucking fluke to me, because this whole undefeated streak thing, you guys probably forgot, but I didn't. Okay, I remembered everything, I analyzed everything. This whole undefeated thing was just a joke to me, because many of the matches he either won by disqualification, or he got away with it, or by cheating. Okay, so it's just a joke. Okay, and these so-called legends that he beat. But I get it, you know, I get it. It's just a storyline, you know. I don't really take it all that serious, but still. But then EC3 asks Eli Drake to put his Bound for Gold on the line, and if EC3 loses, he will never get a shot at the World Heavyweight title again. Basically, he's going to stay a mid-carder. But then Eli Drake tells him that next week he's going to face whoever is the winner of the main event, because he's going to cash it in. While EC3 will still get to be EC mid-carder the third, and it's not that he's not good enough, it's just that Eli Drake is better, and that's not an insult, that is just a fact of life. And I will fucking lose my mind if Eli Drake wins next week. Okay, because this guy is going to make one hell of a entertaining World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously his wrestling isn't all that great, but him having the title, I can already see the promos he's going to cop, knowing that the heel he is and such. This guy is just fucking phenomenal, you know what I mean? And if I were to rank have my rankings on guys good on the microphone, then I would have EC3 on third place, Rockstar Spot on second, and Eli Drake on first. I want to know how you would rank them. But good, all good segments. Then we have the main event, Lashley versus Eddie Edwards, which was a really, yeah, it was a good match. It was a super match indeed, because it was a long match, definitely not rushed. They took the time. I like how Eddie Edwards does his suicide dives. He really goes full out, you know what I mean? You had Lashley that threw Eddie Edwards and the crowd. There was that, but this was just your typical good wrestling match. Sorry for any wrestlers to wrestle, so this was a good match, okay? I really enjoyed it. But Eddie Edwards got the win, so there you have it. This was one way of letting Lashley lose momentum in his whole dominance even more. But hey, this is what it is. It already happened, so we're just going to have to accept it, people. So that about brings it to this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was entertaining enough, because I don't want to be bore the fuck of y'all. You know, as a YouTuber, you need to be as entertaining as possible, even if you were to do just educational stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, hit the like button if you like my review, subscribe if you haven't already, share if you feel like it. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you next week.